coach for moms in burnout, and I support you with your nervous system, self-regulation, and staying present with your children in all of the roles that you have: mom, business, spouse, staying present in your life. So today I wanted to talk about, do you look at your child as a product or a process? And I did a shout out to one of my OMI ambassadors for this topic, Nina. So remember that name, Nina. If you are ready to join us, you could use her name in the coupon code for my program. So, process versus product. As a teacher, this was a big one to work on with children, and especially with growth mindset, right? That sometimes we make mistakes along the way, or we don't do something exactly the way we want to do it. And sometimes we need to just trial and error and enjoy the process, right? And that's about being present with the current moment. So my question is, do you look at your children as what you want them to become, or maybe what you don't want them to do when they get older? You live in this future mindset with them of, if they do this, X, Y, and Z, they're going to end up like this. And yes, of course, we have certain responsibilities to certain values in our life, and the way we treat people, and developing the growth mindset and the listening skills and the empathy. But I challenge you to enjoy the process of it with your child, because they are learning through trial and error. They are learning through not understanding something until they've lived through it, right? So, for example, let's take food. Okay, food's a great one. I know as a 41-year-old what food does and doesn't work for my body. My children need to learn that on their own. Like, if they, and within reason, but let's just give this example. My son loves popsicles, and I try not to buy them very often, or I buy the juice, 100% juice ones. We used to make them when they were younger, but now I'm about more convenience for myself and for them to get their own snacks. And he wants to go after popsicle. And some days he'll eat 4. And what I do is I just ask him along the way, like, how is he feeling? How are you feeling? Because if I ate that way, like, I wouldn't feel very good, and I would be really, really hungry. And so that's just one example of, like, going through the process of them. Because if I look at him as a product, like, oh my gosh, when you're older, you will have diabetes, you will be overweight or unhealthy, all the things that our brain goes to. That's so far away from where he is. He is 6 years old. Okay, so let's give another example. Process. Making rules as a family. A huge process. So one of our values is that everybody contributes in our family. One of us makes dinner, one of us does dishes, someone clears the table, and nobody likes to do all the jobs. I don't want to do them all. And so part of the process is that we're fluid with the rules. So our current rule about dinner help is that the person clearing the table does it for a whole week. And we have four people in our family, so we have the first week, second week, third week, and fourth week of the month. So Taylor came up with this idea because she really doesn't want to stay at dinner, and she wants to leave, and when she's done eating, she's full. And I said, let's come up with, who is going to clear the table and how often. And when you include your family, your kids in the process of it, there's so much more buy-in, so much. And here's the thing though, she wants to change the rules a lot. So we have to commit to a certain amount of time trying this rule, right? Now we've got 4 weeks to go through this rule, to give it its fair try. And you know what happened? It was so funny. As soon as she made this rule, like we were having the discussion, we went to go to the calendar, and she was hers turn started the very next day. So she was gonna have it for 7 days. It was hilarious because she was trying to get out of it. But you know what? She was okay with it because it was her decision. She processed through it. And what's the product here? What is she learning through this process? You tell me in the comments all the different skills that she's learning. Problem solving, critical thinking skills, communication, empathy. Like, what are all the skills, right? So I just want to leave you with that. I don't want to talk too long, but we go through a lot of this, like building this way of life with the family, how to develop discussions as a family and routines, and connecting with yourself as a process, right? Like all of the things you learned growing up, your deconditioning from school of I need to have the product, I need to be the best mom, I need to get an A+, my kids need to look, presentable, my kids need to, all these needs, my kids should be studying every day or reading every day, my kids should be not eating 4 popsicles a day, all of these things. That's where I support you in processing the feelings that come up when you challenge those beliefs in yourself, that you are a process just as alongside your children. You do not have all of the answers all of the time. And as a coach, I don't have the answers for you. We work through them together. We come up with what's going to work best for you. So, Om in the Home Revolution is open for registration for founding members through August 31st. The ambassador program is full. I have enough people as ambassadors. However, I'm still honoring the founding member rate of $333 to receive all of Tier 3. You'll pay for Tier 1 membership. You'll get all of Tier 3 coaching. And what that means is you get Parenting Pause course 8-week intensive to go through these intense feelings as a parent for free. So join by August 31st. We'll be starting the 8 weeks in the following week, the first week of September. We'll start the online coursework. There will be 4 live calls together to process the material. You'll learn the safe seat practice. So click the link, go to TanyaMilano.com, find Om in the Home Revolution, come in at Tier 1, and you get all the tiers until August 31st. I hope to see you in there. Have a great Saturday, everyone. Bye.